My name's Dominic O'Hara. I'm University Tennis Coordinator for Liverpool John Moores, and I'm studying a Masters in Sports Psychology. I've been playing since I was about 11 years old, and then as I kind of went through high school and college, I got interested in coaching, and then from coaching came to university and started playing in the University Tennis Club. Then when I was in my final year as an undergrad student, I was a club captain, and I was looking to do a Masters at John Moores, and I noticed that the Lawn Tennis Association had this University Tennis Coordinator scheme. So I got in touch with the Students' Union about it, and that turned into a part-time job that I'm doing at the moment that funds my Masters degree as well.
I'm Owen Holloway. I study applied sports psychology. I'm just finishing my second year, and I am the tennis club captain. From a young age, I've sort of obviously played lots of sports, like lots of people, yeah, tennis was one of them. I think probably the way they sort of train the pro players interested me, and I just sort of like that, how much they play in order to sort of get good at the sport, and then that led to me playing, and yeah, just carried on playing, and then that was it really.
I chose LJMU because I mean, my Masters is in sports psychology, and I did an undergrad in sports science. So from my experience in my undergrad, I knew LJMU had a very strong base of expertise for sports science and sports psychology, and my experience with the staff members in that school and the quality of the teaching I had was really good. So that influenced me to stay on and do a Masters, and I think what they do really well in my Masters in sports psychology is they're able to transfer the theoretical academic side to the real world, as it were. So that's the main reason why I've stayed on at LJMU.
I'd actually been up to Liverpool quite a lot before, a little bit with family and friends that I knew around Liverpool. I happened to support the football team, and through my dad as well. So I spent a bit of time here already, and I just like the atmosphere of the city. And it did my course that I wanted to do, so it was one of the ones, that I looked into, and then when it came down to it, that was ultimately the one I chose, because I just like the atmosphere around the city, really.
The role is broadly trying to develop tennis opportunities across the university, so trying to involve more students in the game, from people who have never picked up a tennis racket to people who played quite a lot and got quite a lot of experience. Another aspect is trying to get students engaged in opportunities that will potentially lead into careers in tennis, because tennis is a sport which actually offers quite a range of career opportunities, because it's quite a big industry. So it's to really create an awareness around that for students, and trying to link into the broader community of Liverpool tennis, and trying to get students into coaching to try and help local clubs, and try and help the tennis centre up at Wavertree Sports Park.
I was in the team last year, and then I became captain this year. We play. I mean, you can play individually, and people practice all the time, and I practice sort of 4 or 5 times a week, but there's training every week as a team. I've absolutely loved it. It's just a completely new dimension compared to, you have your flat and your course mates, but it's a completely separate social group, and people obviously you can relate to through the tennis. So I've really enjoyed that, and highlights would be, we had a very successful year last year with the men's teams, and this year the women's team have done really well, and we won the varsity really well this year. It was a lot of people finishing this year their courses, so it was great to finish with a sort of a big varsity win, and that was really good to have the whole group together, so that was a highlight for definite.
At LJMU we've got access to Wavertree Sports Park, which has a 6 indoor and 6 outdoor court tennis centre, and we're able to use that Monday to Friday from 9 o'clock till 4 p.m. So there's a range of different activities we've been able to offer, including sessions for serious players who want to practice together, but also players who are complete beginners and want to get involved in group coaching. And I think one of the highlights that we've incorporated into the program is cardio tennis, which is kind of like a tennis-based fitness session. So that session isn't really about your tennis ability; it's more about your fitness and trying to improve your health and well-being rather than your tennis technique kind of thing. So those kind of things have been a really good way of bringing people into the sport that maybe have thought that tennis is not for them.
We use the Wavertree Lifestyles Tennis Centre, and to be honest, it's fantastic because of the relationship between Lifestyles and John Moore's. Everything's free. It's just absolutely spot on. We couldn't ask for more, to be honest. I know a lot of other teams will have to like hire pitches or whatever, but the only thing we have to do for is pay for tennis balls, and then everything else is free and whenever we want to use it. So couldn't be better. I think it's probably more sociable than what people think it is. It's obviously quite a close-knit thing because we're not a big team like 11 in football, rugby or whatever, which I've been part of, but with the tennis it's slightly different because we've got firsts and seconds in the women's, but we all go up and we practice a lot together. There's integration within the teams, and obviously socially, yeah, I would say so. There's a social probably every 3 weeks at least. Obviously not like some teams, they have every week, but no, we do things like that, and we have trips away to Wimbledon and to other tournaments so that we go to together and travel to those for a bit of fun.
It's great that this role's come about, and hopefully it will be an ongoing role for the university to take advantage of. There's not many university sports that have a particular coordinator to help develop that sport across the university. So that, I mean, that's great first and foremost. And I mean, as a university tennis club, the club's developed a lot in the last couple of years. We've had our men's team doing really well in the Bucks leagues. They made Division 1 this season, and they got to the final of the Northern Conference Cup the previous year. And our ladies team have just got promotion as well to Division 2 next year. So the club's a big achievement as well. And just for me, it's the amount of students that have come up to the tennis centre and that have played tennis for the first time or haven't played tennis that much before and have come back every week and have really got into the game kind of thing.
I think it's important to really get involved early. I think when some people, when they get here, they can be quite obviously reserved, which is understandable because it's a big city and all the rest of it. It's quite intimidating, but there are opportunities like the freshers fairs, obviously, and seeing people around to get involved. And I think that's what I did early on, was I just went and spoke to someone as soon as I could about tennis, and that was the best thing I did because I had contact with the captain and sort of the players straight away. I went to the first sessions, and you're integrated early, and then you maybe go to a social, and you get in contact with people. So that's probably the best advice I could give, was to involve yourself early, even if you're not so comfortable, because straight away I was involved and I felt like I was part of it. So obviously it's led to me becoming captain, and I've seen first years do it this year, and they came to us early, and now we're great friends with them, and they've become a big part of our team. Get involved,
Speak to people who are at the Freshers Fair, speak to them about how many different club teams they've got. I mean, if you play a lot, what's division are they in? And also for those who, I think university is a great place for people in general to pick up a new sport, because it's a really sociable environment. So don't be afraid thinking that it's just for people who play competitively all the time and have played that sport for years, kind of thing. After my third year, I'm going to probably take a year travelling to go and play tennis around the world. Something I'd like to do, just experience playing all over the place, and watch tennis and sort of do touristy things as well in different countries. But after that, I'd probably look to do a master's after taking a year out in sports psychology, and hopefully back here.